Hey everybody, it is TorontoUnicorn. What you are about to hear is additional content. It was R and I in the car driving home from our first ever X-Club Sex Club visit, debriefing as girls do about our night and what we wore and what we observed about what other people wore in terms of learning about the club. And I thought, especially men and women who are interested in going to this club, you may want to hear our, girl talk debrief so that you have a better understanding of what you're walking into. So I hope you enjoy. If you're listening on my podcast, that's awesome. If you're listening on YouTube, you have a little bit of extra viewing because I hold the phone sometimes out the window of the camera out of the car, but it's mostly just to capture our unfiltered conversations without our faces. Enjoy.
Yeah, so it's stressful of what am I going to wear? Does it look good on me? Does it make me look, huge or good or sexy? Is it going to be easy to take off if I need to? Where do I put it? Do I have a backup? What if something rips? Oh yeah, there's all kinds of stuff going through my head.
And what did we notice? Like when I was in there, I noticed some cute outfits. I noticed some bodysuits that were the whole outfit. Just bodysuits. Like one was newsprint.
Yeah.
Some people wearing fishnets with like a bodysuit, which I thought was really sexy.
Yeah.
And then other people wearing like dresses.
Like have you worn one like that?
No, but I think after watching tonight,
I want to try something like that. So.
No, I think I have fishnets, but I've never partnered it with a bodysuit. But that's what I like about these clubs too, is you get to see what other people do. And you're like, yeah, I'm going to try that. So, but you're right, like all night, we worried a lot. What shoes, what outfit, is this outfit allowed there? Is it not? And so I think what we learned tonight is that you do have to do your research on these places because you don't want to be in there in something that, if you're uncomfortable taking off everything, will have something different that you turn into then, Like that was a good solution for us is we had a secondary outfit, which was lesser of our first outfit, but not everything off.
Yeah. But at the same time, I would have been comfortable to take it all off and put a towel on and walk around with the towel.
Yeah, me too. And those towels were nice, even though the color was funny at first because we were so used to the white color towels at Oasis. And these ones were like a
beige velour.
Yeah, and they were much more absorbent, I noticed. And I thought, you know what? Yes, a place does have to have good towels. And Oasis has good towels too, but I noticed that they had good towels. But back to the wearing thing. As a guy, I have never seen B dress up.
Oh, he looked good.
We hung out before, but I never really see him in nice shoes and shit. So for me, that was a different thing.
Well, and that brings me to another point, is judgment.
Yeah.
Well, if I could just sort of point out, when you're in a pool naked with other people and all you have in front of you to judge is the person in front of you in their birthday suit. Yeah. You judge them on their character. That's all you have to base it on. When you go to a club, whether it's a vanilla club or this club or any other club, you judge people based on what are they wearing, what do they look like, what are they doing, are they dancing, how do they dance, how do they, what drink are they drinking, where are they sitting, all of these things come into play, so and you feel judged. I felt judged. I felt people looking.
You felt judged tonight?
Yeah.
In a good way or a bad way?
Both. It was in an evaluative way.
People
were
really?
Evaluating.
Interesting. Do you feel that at Oasis?
Differently. They're evaluating me based on what they see, yes, but they can't make a judgment based on the type of clothing that I'm wearing because they have no clue.
But in a way, we also got to dress up the sexy. So we did get to use it to our advantage where, at Oasis, for me, I don't look as good in a towel as some girls, but I might look good in lingerie. But for me, I found tonight it was nice to dress up. It was nice to be in an outfit I knew I was going to be in.
And I'm not used to being in that kind of a context, in a nightclub kind of environment. One of the things I do love about Oasis is that I could go in a pair of shorts and a t-shirt and it's no big deal.
Yeah.
Because it comes off anyway.
It's
I like to go wearing something nicer, but if I happen to be, in the neighborhood and I go, hey, today I'm going, I don't need to plan in advance. I don't need to, get out of my normal clothing in order to go to Oasis.
Well, what I also like about Oasis is that they have access to the third floor playrooms whenever you want.
Yes.
So even if you don't want to have sex, you could still lay around in there and hang out with your friends.
Yep.
And or sex. And I just think for tonight, when we were restricted from going into the other rooms, like even if it was socially restricted, like maybe they wouldn't have barred us, but it would have been a faux pas, right? And I just thought, oh, that's not jiving for me. When I'm in the mood, I'm in the mood. And I don't, what are you supposed to do? You match with a guy on the couch at 9:30 p.m. and then you're supposed to fucking dangle the fucking flirt for another fucking hour or two?
And what about people who want to get busier and, you know, have a session 1 and a session 2?
Or even just have to get the fuck out of there to go home and like live their lives, you know?
I think that the vibe at that club is probably a little bit more coupley, and couples get to knowing other couples. Tonight, the night that we went on was a particular night. It was like our DTF night, but seemed to have, you know, an effect where, yeah, there were more single men, and it probably scared away the regular couples a lot of the time.
It looked like it, because it was kind of sporadic tonight, but I just love that I at least got the lay of the land. I did not like that there was tiered, in my opinion, I didn't like it, that there was tiered access in the club, meaning there was certain seating for people who had bottle service, which I know is standard in clubs, but in a club like this, like my feet were hurting, and eventually there, if I looked around and there wasn't, if it was busier, there might not have been a seat for me because I didn't pay more money for alcohol, and I don't drink alcohol.
And I agree that seating is important. Like for me, that's a huge deal. At Oasis, we're in the pool for the most part, so I mean, I'm anti-gravity, which is even better. And you know, for seating, it would be nice to know that you could sit even if you didn't get the bottle service.
Well, I don't think you can though. Look at that. Like we would be feeling. Lucky. Well, we would be like wondering if we're breaking. Like I don't want to be in a club wondering if I'm breaking the rules where I'm sitting.
Well,
that's just how I feel.
You know, the rule is that you can't go up there. I just think it's restrictive.
Yeah.
In the sense that, well, then at least maybe provide some more chairs and tables. We were okay tonight, I have to say.
We were.
We got lucky. Because we were there
in
early.
A way, it benefited us that it was quiet.
Yes. Having said that, though, on a busy night, I can't stand around in my heels for hours.
No, absolutely. I would have been miserable.
Yeah.
I would have been in bare feet fast, and I would have been like, okay, this is not my vibe. When I'm tired, I need to sit down. When I want to, you know, we're so used to sitting in a pool and relaxing, you know.
And just to be fair, I'm not a nightclub person, really. I mean, I've been and I've done it, but I was, you know, the table warmer and the designated driver. I didn't really, you know, I never did any dancing. I just, you know, hung out.
Yeah.
So the nightclub scene is not something that I've been very comfortable with.
So for me, I am, back in the day, in my 20s, I was very comfortable in the nightclub scene. I used to dance on top of bars in front of people without any training, just enthusiasm and alcohol. And it really was my vibe. And so what I noticed tonight is at one point, I did get up and do a little strippy dance for you. Not strippy, but like a little flirty dance. Yeah. And I felt like at Oasis that doesn't occur to me to do a flirty dance because there's not like a live DJ for the most part.
They did have a live DJ on the Sundays this summer a couple of times already.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the same. I understand what you mean.
It's just not a nightclub vibe, you know.
It wasn't, no.
And that's totally fine. That's just not what it is.
Right.